Good morning, everybody. Heading out of the Crampton Gap shelter and looking at my water requirements for the day. I don't want to end up with a bad experience like yesterday with not having enough water. So I'm going to backtrack the 0.5 back to the spigot. I'm going to go ahead and have my breakfast there, get cameled up, grab 3 liters of water, and then from that point it's going to be 5.5 miles pretty much uphill till I get to the next shelter that apparently has a spring. Considering it's been so dry, I'm just not very trustworthy when I hear the word spring now, so I want to make sure I have plenty of water for the day, and I'm going to try to get moving earlier than yesterday and try to stay ahead of the heat, although I know it's coming. It's supposed to be just as hot as yesterday, which the heat index was 97 degrees. So I'm going to head down here and grab some water, grab some breakfast, and get back on trail, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Boy, I gotta tell you, my favorite time of the day is when the sun is shining through the canopy onto the trail. I wanted to go ahead this morning and make a few personal notes. Again, of course, this is my summer shakedown hike, so I'm out here to learn things I forgot, equipment choices that I made to bring along here, and of course learning to endure the heat, which yesterday kicked my butt. I knew what I was facing coming into it with the heat and humidity, but a couple notes to self so I don't forget when I get home and I'm editing this. First and foremost, earplugs. It's a very common item that you should have with you if you're in a shelter area around some other folks. Now, the crew I was with last night, great group of people. It was pretty much dead silence until this disabled rooster started crowing this morning at like 5 o'clock non-stop. Oh my God, what a horrible sound. Secondly, I've been forced to wear a pair of shorts that I'd hoped I didn't have to wear for this trip that had pockets. As you can see, I have a water bottle pocket up front here, which works spectacularly, but I could really use a pouch for my phone. I didn't think about that until I was actually getting dressed and getting ready to head out for the trail, because I had a pair of shorts. I still have them with me for my sleep clothes, but that pair of shorts was much lighter than these. They have no liner whatsoever in them, and they would have breathed so much better for this heat. So I regret not having a mount here for my cell phone. I just want to make a couple personal notes there, so perhaps you can learn from it, and then when I get home I can make a list of things that I need to add. Beautiful morning. It really is a beautiful morning. A little bit of a breeze, thank God, because yesterday there was like zero breeze. So headed northbound. Real happy with everything so far. My gear has performed well. One other note is my climate sleep pad. I recalled after I came home, and this is why I'm making these personal notes after my winter shakedown hike, it did leak down in the middle of the night. So I had a little, halfway through the night, I had to give it some CPR treatment. So you may want to look for a leak on that. I do have another climate. We'll see if we can't resolve that as well, because it's only going to get worse. All right, made it to the Rocky Run shelter area, and I'm gonna pass on heading down to the shelter area because it's down this blue trail a little ways, and doing pretty good here this morning. The climb that I thought I was gonna have to deal with this morning, coming up out of Gapland Park, according to the Gut Hook app, it looked like it was a pretty significant climb coming up through here. And some folks have mentioned before that the elevation graph on the Gut Hook app is sometimes deceiving. So deceiving worked out for me today because the climb was minimal, maybe about a mile, and the rest of the hike has been absolutely fantastic. The trail has been great, pretty easy hiking. So I do have some water left, and the Dahlgren, if I'm saying that right, Dahlgren Campground, it's coming up in about 1.8 miles. I'm going to take a real quick break here at the trailhead. I'm going to keep moving, and it's definitely getting hotter out. I'm going to try to get as many miles as I can in here today before it hits up, pushes 100 degrees with the heat index. So great day so far. It's an absolutely beautiful morning, and we're going to keep rolling. Dahlgren Campground. This place is freaking awesome. This is actually built for backpackers. Have shower house, restroom facilities here, and down in that area there is actually picnic tables and tenting sites. Has a bear pole here, and again, he's awesome. Picnic tables, tenting sites, complete with fire pits. If it was later in the day, I'd hang out here tonight, but gonna have some lunch and push forward. Dahlgren Campground. Well done, Maryland. Holy cow. That place had a water spigot out back, had showers, plenty of toilets, all of the camping that I'd shown you. And it was all for backpackers. Man, that was super awesome. If it was a little bit later in the day, that's where I would be parking it for the night. Next stop is the Washington Monument. I believe that is in 1.9 miles. I gotta tell you, this hits a little too close to home. In fact, it hits my home. This is actually a flyer out of my hometown, out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Never would I have expected to see something like this in my Maryland section of the AT this far south. Really hope this guy is found. All right, up the trail here, the blue trail is Pine Knob Shelter. Up in this direction over here is Annapolis Rocks. That's the way of the white blazes. Apparently there's water up there and there's some tenting sites. It's been a long day, but it's been a really good day, and I'm pretty whipped, but I think I still have a little bit more in the tank. Going to keep pushing forward, and I'm going to see where we end up tonight. Calling it a day here at Annapolis Rocks. It's going to put me at 14.2 as far as Appalachian Trail miles, and then I had to backtrack to 0.5 this morning, which adds another mile to it. So 15.2 miles for the day. I'm set up for camp already, and I already have had supper, have my bear bag already hung, and kind of rushed around here. I didn't get a chance to get a view of Annapolis Rocks here this evening because we have some pretty bad storms moving through the area. Sounds like it's going to hit us here at any moment. So I'm in my tent for now and calling it a day, and hopefully in the morning I can show everybody a view of Annapolis Rocks. There is a PATC caretaker here near the trailhead taking care of business up here, and I think I'm one of the few campers here tonight. So appreciate everybody coming along for day 2 of my summer shakedown hike. This is the longest hike that I've ever done in one day carrying a pack, so real happy with it. So saying goodnight for now, and we'll see you in the morning. Take care, everybody.